The Ugly Duckling. On a sunny riverbank, nestled along the reeds, sat Mother Duck on her nest. She was very proud of her eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perfect little eggs, and one great big one that looked quite out of place. "My, what a peculiar egg," quacked a passing duck. "It's so large." Soon tiny cracks appeared. Tap, tap, peck. Out popped 5 fluffy yellow ducklings. They chirped, beep, beep. But the big egg just wobbled. Finally, with a great crack, out tumbled a large gray chick with big, clumsy feet and a long, awkward neck. He didn't look like the others at all. Mother Duck loved all her children, but the other animals on the farm weren't so kind. "Look at that ugly duckling," clucked the hens. "He's so gray and gawky," oinked the pigs. The poor duckling tried to hide behind his mother, his heart full of sadness. Even his own brothers and sisters were mean. They pecked at him and pushed him away when he tried to play. "You don't belong with us," they quacked. One lonely evening, with tears in his eyes, the ugly duckling decided he couldn't stay. He waddled away from the farmyard, all by himself. He wandered into the wild marshes. The wind whistled through the reeds, and he felt very alone. He saw 2 grand wild geese. "You're an ugly fellow," one honked, "but you can fly with us." Just then, bang! A hunter's dog splashed into the water, and the geese flew away, leaving the duckling trembling in fear. Autumn leaves fell, and the wind grew cold. Winter arrived, covering everything in a blanket of white snow. The poor duckling was cold and hungry. He found a small pond, but it began to freeze around him. He paddled and paddled to keep the water open, but soon he was stuck fast in the ice. Just when he thought all was lost, a kind farmer saw him. The farmer carefully broke the ice and carried the frozen duckling home. The children wanted to play, but they were loud. Frightened, the duckling flapped and fluttered, knocked over a milk pail, and flew out an open door back into the cold. He spent the rest of the long, hard winter hiding in a cave in the reeds. When spring finally returned, the sun warmed the earth. The duckling felt a new strength in his wings. He flew to a beautiful lake in a garden and saw 3 magnificent white birds with long, graceful necks. They were swans. He felt ashamed of his gray, clumsy feathers and wanted to hide. He bowed his head low towards the water to hide from the beautiful birds. But what did he see in his reflection? Not a gray, gawky bird, but a creature just as graceful and white as the others. He wasn't an ugly duckling. He was a beautiful swan. The other swans swam to him and welcomed him, rubbing their necks against his. Children playing in the garden pointed and cried, "Look, there's a new one! He's the most beautiful of all!" The young swan ruffled his feathers with joy. After so much sadness, he had finally found where he belonged.